Hello Brigadians, this is part 11 of the chat application series, and in this part we will be diving deep into Firebase query which will search for specific users in the database. Please do not skip any portion of the video or it will be too tough for you to catch up to the next part of the vlogs, and it will be too difficult for me to make you understand something if you face any problems. So welcome to Prego Coding Classes. This is Amber Roy, and without wasting any more time, let's get started. Now we'll go on coding with our friend list fragment. So just open the friend list fragment.java, and we'll also open the card view for friend list, that is card view friend search, this one, and we'll also use the friend list fragment just for the ID references so that we do not make a mistake. Now we'll write over here private recycler view friend search recycler. Underneath we'll assign the edit text friend search, let's say username, and we'll say private button as friend search button. We need a database reference and the Firebase database to work with the query and everything, so that the search works. So we'll assign the Firebase database to friend search Firebase database, and private database reference as my search ref. Okay, now we did something in the previous series, that is in the informative app series with fragments. That is, if you remember, we copied the return part over here and we deleted that and inserted view, and on the top underneath the parentheses we said view equals, we pasted the whole thing with a semicolon because we needed to find the ID through this view, so unless the view doesn't work actually. So we'll say the recycler equals view dot find view by ID, r dot id dot let's see what we assigned over here, friend list recycler. So we'll say friend list recycler, and let's also check the friend add and remove to see what did we have. Okay, we did the right thing, we changed. I thought that we have the same IDs for both. So we'll also give a fixed size for the recycler, and we'll also assign a layout dot set layout manager new linear layout manager get context, and that's it. So this is the recycler view part. And underneath we'll cast the components. So this is just for the references so that we do not jiggle around with our codes. And we'll say the username friend search username equals view dot find. Do not forget to write view, because I get a lot of questions where people do not follow, actually they just copy and paste, and they make a lot of mistakes while copying and pasting. So before copying and pasting, learn something from the codes. This channel is only intended to make you learn and not to copy paste. Please do that. So find view by ID, r dot id dot, let's see what we have here in card view. We are doing the edit text. So we have got the friend list, and we have to open the friend request. So the friend request, the recycler's name is not given. The ID is not assigned. I'm so sorry. So the ID would be friend search recycler. I was just having this thing that I have already used that ID. So let's say friend search. Okay, and the ID for this would be the edit text, that is friend search edit text. So friend search edit text, and for the button we'll say view dot find view by ID friend search button. And for the Firebase database, we'll say Firebase database equals Firebase database dot get instance. So that's it with casting the components. Now we'll assign a reference for the database, and we'll go on searching for the users with a certain detail. Either you search for the first name, either you search for the last name, or the whole thing. That's your wish. So let's just give a on-click listener, that is for the button dot set on-click listener, new view on-click listener. Okay, before proceeding, let's just initialize a database reference. I forgot to do that. So initialize database reference. Let's give it my search ref equals Firebase database dot get reference, and we'll just open the register user activity, and we'll see that the previous reference was users, so we'll use the same reference. Just put a semicolon and put here users. We'll search under this class name. So under the on-click listener, we'll say string username equals the edit text. So username dot get text dot toString dot trim, and we'll create a method, a separate method to retrieve the whole query. So we'll say retrieve users searched, and we'll say username. So sorry, username. We put a semicolon. We'll just put the cursor here and hit Alt Enter. Create method, and we need to create this within this class. So over here, that's done. So over here we'll get a query to retrieve all the details of the users, or to show the user, or to show the names of the users, what the user has put in the edit text. Suppose you have put in my name, that is Amber. So every name in the database with the name Amber would pop up and show in the recycler view. So let's just get on doing that. So before starting everything, let's just create a view holder down below. Let's give it public class, and we'll name it as search friend view holder. So search friend view holder, and which will extend the recycler view holder. So extends recycler view dot view holder, and we'll give an open parentheses, and down below we'll say view as my view. So view as my view, or let's just alt enter over here and create a constructor. Okay, that's done. Now underneath this, what we need to do is we need to create the username, the button text, and the profile pic functions. So we'll say public void. There are too many sounds today, you know, the flights, the people and everything, so just excuse me for the external sounds that is coming on the mic. I'm so sorry for that. Actually, I'm in a bit hurry to finish this tutorial as soon as possible because people are requesting too much. So let's say username, and we'll give it a string of username, open and close brackets, and we'll say here text view, search friend equals my view dot find view by id, and this would be r dot id dot the text that is on the card view. So that would be friend search text view, friend search text view, this one. So that's done. Now we'll add the text. So search friend dot set text would be the username. That's done. Now public void set button text, so string, this would be type, open and close brackets. I'm sorry for my voice as well. So search friend button equals my view dot find view by id, r dot id dot, let's see what the button name is. It's friend search button. So friend search button. So underneath we'll see if the button should be visible or invisible, because if the user is already added to the friend list, the button need not to be visible, because you cannot add the same user again and again. So we'll say if type dot equals invisible, then what we will do is we will set the search friend button dot set visibility, this one would be view dot invisible. So that's it. Now what to do is we need to create a function for the profile pic. So public void set set profile pic. So set profile pic, this would be string image URI, and we need an image view for that. So image view profile pic equals my view dot find view by id. Come on, find view by id, r dot id dot, and that would be friend search profile image, and we need to use Picasso to set the profile image. So we'll use Picasso dot get dot load the image URI, and as we are loading it, we'll just fit and center crop. So dot fit dot center crop, and we'll load it into the image view. So the value of the image view is profile pic, so we'll load it here, and that's it with the view holder. Now we'll go on working with the retrieve user searched method. So to start up, we need a toast to show the user that the program is searching for what the user has asked. So toast.makeToast, let's just get the context, and we'll say here searching ... and let's show it for short period. And down below we need to set a query. This would be named as Firebase search query. So Firebase search query equals let's give it a reference that we have set. So we have set here my search ref dot order by child, and the child name is first name. So we are searching for the first name of the user dot start at, and this needs a variable. So this is the username that we are searching for in the first name portion of the database. So dot end at, so this is the starting point and this is the ending point. So this is ending at the same name. So there are a lot of criteria to search, but you can obviously change as you want. Like if you have two fields like the first name and the last name, so you have to search for both the things in the same database field. So this start and end would be different. Like if you have a total name, like my name is in a single class, suppose my name is under the first class and I have not differentiated it into first name and second name, it's totally in a single class. So I would use start at first name and end at second name to be very specific with the names and with the users. So we are ending at the same first name and we are starting at the same first name, and at the end we need to assign another end at, that is the username, and hit plus. Then use this code because it is very necessary. So UF8, everything is in small letters, so UF8FF, UF8FF, be very specific with this. So that's it with the query. Now as we have set up the query, let's use the Firebase recycler adapter. So Firebase recycler adapter, then we would use the class that we have used to upload the user data. So that is the upload user data class, and then we'll use this view holder, that is search friend view holder, and then we'll give a variable. So Firebase recycler adapter is fine, which will be equals to new, and then just hit enter because it is getting too long. So it would be equal to Firebase recycler adapter, and so the Populate view holder has been created. And now we'll go on coding the Populate view holder. But before that, as you can see here, there's a error over here, so just hit enter, and within the braces we'll write upload user data class dot class. Then we will write the layout for the card view. So let's check out the layout we have created. Let's go to resources, layout, and that is card view friends search list. So we will write here r dot layout dot card view. We have said card view. We have made a spelling mistake. So it's card view friend search list, whatever it is. So give a comma, and then we'll give the view holder. So it is search friend list or friend view holder, and then it should be class, and then what we need is this query. So Firebase, see it is asking for the query name or the reference, so it's Firebase search query, and that's it. So now we can go on with the populate view holder. So here we need to get few things, that's the position key and everything. It's here, so we can name it position instead of I. So before working on with the populate view holder, we need 3 more variables to be assigned on the top. That is another database reference, which is friend request ref, or just write in short friend rec ref, and 2 string variables. One is, let's give it private string name user, and another, let's name it position key. I'll show the uses later in this video while coding the populate view holder. So here we have it. We have 3 more variables to be added on the top. Now let's get on coding with the populate view holder. So on the populate view holder, first we'll get the position key. So this is the position that is in integers. So the position key would be equals to get ref, and that is the position. So dot get key. So we are getting the key, and down below we have to write the reference for the database. So friend request ref would be equals to Firebase database variable dot get reference. And what is this reference? So we will be creating a lot of classes in the database. So this would be one of the classes which would hold the friend requests. So let's name it friend request, and which would have a child. Let's write it down below, which would have a child of position key, and dot child Firebase auth dot get instance dot get current user, and dot get UID. Okay, this is showing an error because I've made a mistake over here. I've just written it after the database. This should be after the database reference. So write it after this reference over here. Let's write it friend rec ref. Okay, that would not show an error right now. Okay, that's done. Now what we will do is we'll assign a string to a variable. So we'll name this string as UID equals Firebase auth dot get instance dot get current user dot get UID, and we'll check if the UID is equals to the position key, because we don't want to search ourselves and show the card view of our profile. That would be very what do you say, unprofessional. So UID dot, if not, I have given an exclamation mark before, so don't miss this, dot equals position key. So give a bracket. If it is not equals to the position key, then we can show the view holders. So view holder, okay, they have, let's just put view holder over here. I'm changing the variable, that's it. You can use it as it is also, so I'm making it short. View holder dot username, that would be equal to model dot, okay, let's change this one also, let's name it model dot first name, and let's give it model dot get first name. We are getting it, and this would also contain a space in between with the plus of model dot get last name. And then what we need is, we need to assign a profile picture. So view holder dot set profile pic. Now we'll get the photo URL, so model dot get profile pic URL, and that's it. Now what we need to do is set the my friend or let's see the reference point over here, my search ref. So my search ref equals Firebase database dot get reference. In between we will write friend list, and then we'll give it a child of the user ID. So child would be Firebase, oh my god, Firebase auth dot get instance dot get current user dot get UID. And then what we need to do is, we need to give another child of the position key. So child of position key. Alright, that's done. Now give a value added listener. So let's say my search ref dot add value event listener, and we'll say new value event listener. So if the data snapshot exists, then we'll set the button text to invisible, because we won't be adding the add friend button then, because the friend is already in the list. So if data or snapshot dot exists, we'll say view holder dot set button text invisible. As you see here, if the button text is invisible, then the visibility is invisible. Else we'll write view holder dot set button text to visible. So if the user already exists in our friend list, the button would be invisible. Else if the user is not there, the button would be visible. It is that simple. Now as we are done with the button and all, let's put another else right over here under the UID. Else will say view holder dot item view dot set visibility equals view dot gone. We don't need to create a card view then, because that would be our profile. So view holder dot item view dot set layout, we need to assign layout parameter, so layout params would be new recycler view layout params with 0 height and 0 width. That's it. Okay, now let's see what we need to do. So we need to give an add value event listener for the friend request reference also. So here's the friend request reference. So we'll give friend request ref dot add value event listener new value event listener. So now on data change, what would happen? Now on data change, the set text of the button would change basically. So this is our button, friend search button. So we'll just change the text of this button, nothing more than that. So give a semicolon over here, because that would again show an error. So if data, or rather snapshot, I am just accustomed with data as this variable has been changed after the update. So snapshot dot exists. Then what we will do is friend search button, sorry, friend add button would be there. So friend add. Okay, we didn't assign a variable for the add button, so let's just do it over here. Button add button equals view holder dot find, or rather let's say my view dot find view by ID r dot id dot what is the name of the button, I forgot. So let's open the card view of friend search list. I hope this is the card view. So the button name is friend search button. Now what we have here, alright, so the button name is friend search button, and then again the button name over to the friend request fragment is also, I think, friend search button. So let's change the name of the card view. Let's make it add button, and then over here let's search for the add button only. Friend search add button, and over here we'll write if the user exists, then we'll say add button dot set text, that would be request sent, and add button dot enabled or set enabled false. So we are changing the text of the button to request sent because the user is already there, and we are disabling the button so that the user cannot click and send again and again. So that's it for this vlog. Let's continue this in the next part. If you have found this vlog useful, please hit the like button And if you are new, do not leave unsubscribed and do not forget to hit the bell icon, cause we are progressing very fast day by day. It's your wish to support me and my work on Patreon, whose link is given below in the description box, against which you will get exclusive services from me. So see you all in the next video. Bye bye. If you have liked the video, hit the like button, then the subscribe button, and then the bell icon.